Drum bus, as the name suggests, is a great tool for working with drums. It has a number of different elements and it functions as a multi-purpose drum processing tool. Here I have a basic drum beat I've loaded up and I've added drum bus onto the track. Let's go through the device from left to right. At the top left is a drive control. This applies drive to the input signal. There are 3 levels of drive, soft, medium, and hard, which, as their name suggests, each gradually affect the harshness of the drive. The trim control affects the level of the input signal before it reaches the drive control, so turning this down will result in less drive. Lastly, the comp button enables a fixed amount of compression to the signal before it reaches the input. Let's hear the effect of these on the beat. First, I'll enable the comp. You'll immediately hear that this has compressed and boosted the level of the input. The trim control affects the level going into the input, so if I turn this down, I'll get less compression and less signal. We'll probably need to use the output control to keep the level balanced as we go. As I turn up the drive, you'll hear that we get some saturation on the signal, which adds a nice bit of grit. I'll then switch between the 3 modes. So soft is just giving us a little bit of drive. Medium gives us a little more drive and also adds a bit more compression. Lastly, hard gives us the most drive and also has the effect of enhancing the lows. The crunch control adds additional drive to the mid-high frequencies. The damp control dampens the overall signal after the processing. So you'll hear that the crunch is mostly affecting the snare and hi-hat, and adjusting the damp simply makes the sound brighter or darker. The transient control works as a transient shaper. Turning to the right emphasizes the transients in the sound, adding more attack to the drum hits. Turning it to the left de-emphasizes the transients, almost giving a dampening, tighter feel to the drums. The last section is the low frequency enhancer. This helps boost the low frequency elements of the signal. The boom control dials in how much low frequency enhancement you get. And the frequency control adjusts the frequency of the boom. This works in tandem with the control at the bottom to help you tune the low frequency enhancer. As you adjust the frequency control, the button at the bottom will indicate the note that's closest to that frequency. If there's a plus next to the note, it means that the tuning is sharp. If there's a minus, it means that the tuning is flat. But you can click on the button and it will tune the frequency control to the exact frequency of that note. The headphone icon lets you hear only the effect of the low frequency enhancer. The decay control adjusts the decay of the low frequency enhancer. So this section is great at fattening up small sounding kick drums. Overall, drum bus is actually quite simple to work with, but it can really transform a stale drum sound into something great. And of course you can use the dry-wet control for a bit of parallel processing. Let's hear it on some other sounds as well. Even though drum bus is intended for drums, the drive and crunch can still sound great on other sounds as well.